Like, I don't get... Do you think I give a fuck anymore about you?
I don't care if you give a fuck, but that's just some crazy ass shit to say, bro.
No, fuck you.
I just want to let you know that the past 3 weeks have been really amazing, and I wouldn't trade them for anything. If you ever do need somebody to talk to, I'll always be there. I don't give a fuck what you did to me or how much you fucked me over or whatever. I don't care.
C'est des malades mentaux, c'est des gens qui sont atteints mentalement.
Can we go to bed for me? Can you put your lips around my cock?
Nigga, you a black nigga too. I don't even like that.
Previously on Glass, the last Lolcow.
Glass's girlfriend is a pedophile, and he leached off of Ergblock to get views. It's so sad.
You want me to like kids so bad.
Wasn't she sexually attracted to minors?
A pedophile.
Astrid?
That's not a child, bro. That's a late teen person, buddy. Like, fuck you and your whole family, loser. So I could get any bitch I want. So,
but someone that he's been hanging around with that was a mod in his community, Swan. Turns out she just turned 17.
He had like my Discord DMs open and he was like kicking off towards them.
Alright, that's enough. In part 1, we left off with Glass admitting to sending his dick pic to a minor on the internet.
Where I said that I sent Swan a dick pic, I said she's seen my pic. I never said I sent her a dick pic. What?
Dude!
It doesn't mean I sent her a dick pic, bro.
How did she see your...
How'd she see your... She didn't. I just said you don't have proof.
Now, before we get into this, I just want to quickly point out certain things that I skipped back in part 1. Glass claims the reason why he didn't age-verify Swan is because Glass didn't believe that Swan was below 18. But this is retarded. In his DMs with Swan, she told him that she needed to keep her door open because her mother is strict. This should have made Glass a lot more suspicious in regards to Swan. But what's weirder is that Glass knew that Swan didn't have an ID, which should have increased suspicion even more. But Glass still sent his pic to Swan anyways. Morale ended up questioning Glass about it.
Yeah, ID verify with a girl who doesn't have an ID, who I already think is 18 and have no reason to believe.
If she doesn't have an ID, why did you send her your...
I had no reason to believe she wasn't 18, you fucking retard.
But she didn't have an ID!
This is ironic because one of Glass's ex-moderators asked Swan for her ID. She was ultimately pressured into admitting that she was in fact a minor, which is the reason why we know that she was 16 when she first met Glass. Glass had plenty of reasons to ID verify this girl, but he chooses not to do anything. There's also people saying that he never dated Swan, which is true, but he definitely tried to have a relationship with her. The only reason why this relationship never went anywhere is because Swan rejected all of his advances. So when Glass felt rejected by Swan, he immediately starts sexting Solar. But Mr. Negative, Glass said that Swan was... I know what he said. We'll talk about it later. Alright, let's get to part 2 already. At least a month after the Morale livestream, a new e-girl appears on Ergla's Discord. She would start explaining her dilemma to Ergla, and she'll proceed to show a bunch of DMs between her and Glass. That girl would be later known as Shroomsy. Just like Swan and Solar, Shroomsy was one of Glass's moderators, but eventually the two would end up creating a friendship that would last for at least 3 weeks. And everything seems perfectly fine, until one day, when Shroomsy says, "Hey, I just want to be clear about something. I'm cool with being friends with you, and us talking and stuff, but I'm not interested in doing anything romantically, just trying to be upfront, and I hope you understand. I like spending time around you, and you're a great person, but I just don't want to lead you on and keep you having other better opportunities." Now, if you've seen part 1, then you would know what would happen next. But for those who doesn't know anything about Glass, they're probably gonna say something along the lines of, I'm pretty sure this Glass guy wouldn't have a mental breakdown over a girl he wasn't even dating, so the two would probably shake hands in agreement and live happily ever after.
Like that's ever gonna happen.
Now that's a pretty funny story, but what would really happen is, oh gosh, Shroomsy, don't leave me. I love you so much. I would do anything for you. Glass says, "What's going on? Even after our talk the other night? You gotta stop talking to your ex. This shit is not healthy for you, Pookie. For real. You're the opportunity I want and You're the opportunity I want and need. You're worth my time, and I don't want to be talked out of what we have by other people. That's not fair to you. I knew something was up when you started dry texting me yesterday afternoon. Call me when you get up, or when you see this, okay? Because the way you and I talked 2 days ago isn't just, I want to be friends type of shit. We gotta talk and see what's up. I want you. frowny face. That doesn't mean that things will change. I just wish you would see it that way too. I'm just sad because you mean a lot to me. I'll get over it. I promise. Why did you resend everything? You just send me and delete it. Because that was like an entire personality switch. Because I didn't really mean it. Okay. Glass getting friend-zoned by Shroomsy reminds me of how he got a mental breakdown after Zwolov broke up with him. In fact, the part where Glass is bragging about how Shroomsy dry texted him and the way he describes it is almost beat for beat the same way he was talking about it with Zwolov. The only difference is that Glass and Shroomsy weren't even in a relationship, and he still had a mental breakdown. Shroomsy would eventually backtrack, and she'll get in contact with Glass. When Ergla decides to make a stream talking about it, Glass says, YouTube's biggest Lolcow strikes again, lol. Get troll, retard. We own you and live inside your head. Not even 15 minutes after we put the bait out, there's this dude schedule a stream. Evidently, this wasn't bait. What Glass did was basically damage control, which failed. Obviously. Eventually, Shroomsy would join Ergla's stream, and Glass would take notice of this.
Wait, hold on. Glass just made a new post. It says, Savannah, you're a piece of shit and disgusting. I wish I never picked up that Discord call when you were upset about your grandfather dying. Fuck you.
Hold on. I'm gonna read this. Hold on.
Glass, he actually did die this morning, so thank you for that. I appreciate that.
Your grandfather died this morning?
Yeah, he's been very sick for a long time.
Okay, well, that is fucked up. I'm sorry for your loss. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ.
What did he say?
He said, Savannah, tell them about the time I talked you down when you were freaking out about your car exploding and having no money. Savannah, tell them about the time I helped you make a better resume so you can get a better job. What does he know about my resumes anyway? The only person who's ever done me dirty is Savannah.
Got my sub.
You're generally a piece of shit. Lil, fuck you. You did him dirty? I don't think you did shit to him. Savannah, tell them about the time you told me to come down and fuck you in your car.
I did not say that. He deleted all of his fucking messages. What the fuck? Bruh, what the hell? That was so fast. How do you even...
He's a pro. Listen, he's a master of clearing his tracks.
Fuck.
At this point, Glass would join the stream. One of the most noteworthy things during the stream is when Glass said that Shroomsy reminded him of his ex-girlfriend he dated for 5 years. You know, Jane Doe, the girl I referenced in part 1.
The thing about you is why I liked you so much. You really did remind me of my fucking actual real-life ex that I dated for 5 years so much, even down to the fucking delusions that you have about my behavior. It's fucking absurd. Like, it's like you're the same person reincarnated. It's crazy.
Wait, are you saying you like her because of that? Because she's like your ex?
Yeah, she kind of reminded me of my ex a little bit, yeah.
Are you saying that to her as an insult or as like a compliment?
Compliment the good parts.
Okay, that's not a compliment, but anyways.
What's not a compliment? You don't even know my ex.
Well, I'm just saying, like, you shouldn't be like, man, I love you. You're like my ex. You know what I mean?
I don't love this girl, bro.
Okay. I believe you, Glass. Don't worry.
That you said that you're like happy her grandpa died like hours ago and shit.
I don't even know if her grandpa died or not. How would I know that?
He fucking died this morning.
Wow, that's great.
Wait, but how you can't act like you care when you just said, "Oh, good, I'm glad he's dead." Fuck you.
No, I do care, but now, like, fuck you. Like, like I don't get. Do you think I give a fuck anymore about you?
I don't care if you give a fuck, but that's just some crazy ass shit to say, bro.
No, fuck you.
All right, all
You're
right.
crying less now than you were the night you were freaking out about your car.
Oh, okay, someone muted you. I didn't do that, but...
Now, you heard Glass saying that he's happy her grandfather died, and that he doesn't care about her anymore. But after this, you'll notice that Glass will do a complete 180, going from I'm happy your grandfather died to I miss you, Shroomsy. Add me back on Discord.
Okay, I've calmed down a little bit. Savannah, you listening to me? I do give a fuck about your grandfather dying, and I didn't know that that was a thing, and I apologize for that. I was a little bit angry, right? Like, you and I both know everything that's gone on between both of us, like all the shit we've talked about, and I know that you're just fucking dumb.
This is insane gaslighting. Holy shit. This is like the cycle of abuse where like he beats the shit out of her and then he buys her a pizza and tries to pretend like things are happy. This is what he's doing right now.
If you wouldn't have blocked me today, everything would have just went back to normal. Like, bro, the legitimate thing that you were afraid of happening, and I don't understand why you're now trying to like hide it, but like the legitimate thing you were afraid of happening was our dynamic changing if we were to be in a relationship, and you literally told that to me.
And it just keeps fucking going.
Savannah, I am actually genuine. Like, I don't care if you don't want to be my friend anymore. Like, I actually was there for you. Aside from all the fucking me being upset and angry because you did this shit to me, like, I think you and I both know
Wait, Glass, can you tell me what the three
Like,
C's are
we're
real
still
quick?
friends, bro.
We're not still friends. You can't say that stuff and us still be friends.
That goes against the three C's.
That's
if
bullshit.
you're trying to
No, that's bullshit. Bro, that's literally... Yo, you literally got manipulated into believing that by Ergwa like fucking 40 minutes ago.
Wait, what did I do?
Savannah, do you not want to talk to me ever again? You think that there's no possibility that we could be friends?
Why would I want to be friends with you after you
That's not what I asked. Like, you want me to be a manipulator so bad, you're just fucking trying to convince people. It's insane, bro.
And it just keeps going.
Shroomsy, you're a fucking asshole. Fuck you. Hey, Savannah, what if you just unblock me on Discord?
This is kind of sad, bro.
Can we just be friends again, bro?
No, bruh. No,
You already know you want to play Overwatch
it's
tomorrow.
fucking habit, dude.
Just add me back, bro. We'll talk tomorrow. I'm gonna get her to add me back. She realizes that my offer for just being friends indefinitely is still on the table.
Now, remember the two minors Glass sent his dick pic to? Well,
it is little. Sorry.
Which, can you also agree, Zo, that his shit looks like a thumb that's bloated?
I'm gone.
You actually, you know what it looks like? It looks like if you fill a balloon with some sort of liquid that sticks in place, and then you squish the middle of it so the top part's bloated, and then the rest is just scrawny. That's it. That's his dick.
now there's one thing that I want to show you right now, and it's a fucking gem. It's pure cinema. Now, at this point, Shroomsy blocks him everywhere. But as you can tell, Glass was desperate. He wanted Shroomsy to add him back, but that never came. So Glass falls in a state of depression. So 4 hours after the stream, at 8 p.m., Glass started sending a bunch of voicemails to Shroomsy.
You have one new message.
I don't know if you'll ever, hear this, but I just want to let you know that the past 3 weeks have been really amazing, and I wouldn't trade them for anything. Really had a lot of fun being your friend and all that shit, and, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, I just wanted to say one last thing. I genuinely do wish you the best in life and everything, and, if you ever do need somebody to talk to, I'll always be there. I don't give a fuck what you did to me, or how much you fucked me over, or whatever. I don't care. At the end of the day, we're both people. We both do stupid shit, and yeah, okay? I mean, that's all I really have to say.
Now, there are 3 voicemails, 2 of which were the ones you just heard, but one of which was completely radio silent. And the only thing you can hear is the background noise coming out of his phone. Now, 1 month later, Glass joins Osai's livestream. In the stream, Glass claims that he was trolling the entire time. It was all fake and a fraud. I don't think that works anymore.
Why did you still go through with, trying to rizz up Shroomsy? What did you not have
trolling her at that point.
You were trolling her.
Retarded. Yes, I was trolling her, bro. The first thing she did when she and I argued like a little bit was run straight to Ergwa. Like, why do I don't give a fuck about her. Are you kidding me?
He also claimed that Zwolov was emotionally abusive, which is obviously bullshit.
And I said that, dude, if I recorded that one call we had that night when she was like crashing out hella fucking hard over her computer, that call, bro, I feel like if I was in the same room with her and that shit was going down, bro, she would have probably like actually abused me, like physically.
They then mentioned the guy who age-verified Swan.
Those people were under the impression that she was 18. They didn't age verify her either, but those people were not having sexual interactions with her. Kansaki is the one that handled... Listen. Kansaki is the one that handled this situation perfectly. When Swan started making moves on him, he said, okay, I need to age verify you. Is that okay? And when she started being weird about it, he fucking exposed her, okay? When things got weird, Kansaki age verified.
Kansaki wanted to age verify her so bad, but he had no preconceived fucking idea in his head that this girl was 18 years old because he didn't know what I knew. I fucking knew her birthday. She told me she was 18. What more do you want me to do? I asked her if she had an ID. She doesn't have one. What do you want me to do? She's not going to show me her birth certificate. I asked her that too. What do you want me to do?
If she doesn't have an ID, why did you send her your...
I had no reason to believe she wasn't 18, you fucking retard.
But she didn't have an ID!
At this point, Glass would start lying, saying that he never sent his pic to Swan.
I'm talking about when you sent her your... When you sent her your penis, man.
I didn't.
You admitted to it! You admitted to it! You admitted to it, dude.
Yeah, I lied about it.
There's group chats, there's live stream evidence. Bro, you can deny this all you want. You have literally admitted to sending Swan your penis.
Dude, it doesn't matter what I've admitted to because it didn't happen.
So you fucking delusional.
You guys just don't understand. He was blackmailed into admitting the truth. Wait.
Dude, at the point that this live stream happened, and not only was I being blackmailed by fucking Solar.
Okay, so now I need to mention something that I briefly talked about in part 1, but I never really dived into it, and it's the fact that Glass lies a lot. In part 1, we've seen that Glass lied about sending his dick to a minor on the internet, but now we're diving deeper, from Glass changing his narrative whenever it's convenient to bluntly lie in order to act and play pretend. For example,
so did you or did you not send Swan a pic?
No, I didn't.
You didn't?
No. Where I said that I sent Swan a dick pic, I said she's seen my penis. I never said I sent her a dick pic. It doesn't mean I sent her a dick pic, bro. You
How did she see your?
How did she see your?
She didn't. I just said you don't have proof. You want to clarify again how old she was when? How old was she when I sent it to her?
You understand?
It does
right?
matter. You cannot prove I did shit, buddy. Like you literally just have to go off what I say.
While you were under the impression that Swan was 18, you sent her a picture of your.
Yes.
I'm talking about when you sent her your. When you sent her your.
I didn't.
Right. Did you send me your pic? Because you didn't. You said you did in the mail stream.
Another example would be when Glass said that he never sent his dick to Solar, but when Solar said that she still had the DM messages, he was forced to admit the truth.
But like he was saying that I was lying, and then he was telling the other girl to like kill himself, and like just saying a bunch of shit. And I was like, I'm not lying. I have the pictures still. He's like, oh, whatever, and then he like cracked. He's like, okay, it's true. I'm like, yeah. Okay, I don't know. There's no reason for me to lie about that stuff.
I could keep going on like this, but I think I made my point clear. Glass is a dishonest person. He will lie whenever he feels it's convenient. And whenever he feels like the lie is no longer convenient, he will change his narrative. It's that simple. It's also the same reason why I trust Swan's words over Glass. Swan's story regarding Glass remained consistent, while Glass is flip-flopping with his own narrative. Even when the two argued on Discord, Swan forced him to admit that he did send his to her, despite denying it a week prior to this. All right, let's go back to where we were previously.
On November 18th, there is a clip of Ergla's stream where these two minors, supposed minors who have seen my describe my and both unanimously agree that it is thumb-shaped, small, balloon-like.
They were messing. They were get a rise out of you. They're making fun of you on the live stream. That was the whole point of that live stream.
You can't make fun of me.
What?
I'm the most secure person, and you guys paint me as like some insecure fucking weirdo, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck what anybody says about me. Osai, listen to me. It is irrelevant what happened between me and Swan, even if we fucked in real life, okay? It is literally irrelevant.
What?
It is irrelevant.
How is that irrelevant?
It does not matter.
If you're saying if, okay?
It's not morally wrong for me to fucking do anything with anybody I believe is 18 years old. It does not matter. You can argue all you want that it's fucking weird. It does not matter. If you can't prove that I showed this girl my dick, I don't give a fuck.
Bro, I'm trying to get... The whole point of this is to get your side of the story and try to get your opinion on things, okay?
You already have my side of the story. There's
no, because you keep
further
dodging my
question
question.
needed.
How
No,
am I
you
getting your
literally
side
have
if you're
it
dodging
already.
my question?
I asked her if she was 18. She said yes. That's the end of the story.
Dude, I'm trying... Okay.
I had no prior information. I knew her for 3 days. Ask your fucking pedophile friend Konsaki what he thinks.
There's also other YouTubers that have either mentioned Glass or Glass mentioning them, the likes of which would be Boogie2988, Bub Games, and DNSL. Oh shit, I almost forgot about DNSL. On December 5th, 2024, DNSL says, hey, Glass Windows YT, might want to change that 25k plus in your bio into a 24k plus, little buddy, or just make it like 20 to 15k plus, because that's where it'd probably go. This is in response to a bunch of DM messages from Glass. Glass says, if the platform, YouTube, wasn't full of brain-dead, dumb fucks, such as yourself, whom believe anything they hear about anyone, Proximity Chat might still have a channel. Have a nice life, Daniels. I guess I'll go back to being set up by people to look like some kind of creep? I don't know, maybe? Also, would have been cool to have you reach out and directly ask me if any of the slander you've heard is actually real or not. But I guess it must be a thing where you're from to just believe and cancel. I appreciate your help either way. Peace. DNSL says, he keeps DMing me daily. I didn't respond, but he keeps DMing me. It was funny as hell. I just kept ignoring him. And DNSL's DMs Glass says, have you been working on anything exciting? No response. April 1st, have you ever had a video that gets a shit ton of impressions, but the click-through rate for those impressions are insanely low? Like, I get a video that gets 300,000 impressions in a day, but the click-through rate for those impressions was 1%. So many of my videos follow the same pattern. You'll get impressions normally for a bit, and then they'll have a huge spike with very low click-through rate impressions. Then it'll either go back to normal or die off completely after that. No response. April 3rd, every single video has been underperforming since I deleted those 2 videos. No response. April 15. You think there'll ever be a DNSL Glass collaboration? No response. April 28. This guy filed a false privacy complaint on my video.
Ironic.
Is there any repercussions if YouTube manually review in my favor? No response. On December 24, Glass tries to get in contact with DNSL by going in proximity chat's Discord server.
It's okay. Talk to your idol, Glass.
Wait, so you send your to a 17-year-old?
Dude, that's gross.
Yeah, girl lied about her age. Dude, I thought she was 18 years old, man. Unfortunately, that's just
still
the way it is,
17.
you know?
Wait.
How big is that age?
Between 17 and 18, she's still in like high school. Is that not weird, yeah?
Shit happened. You know what's crazy?
Yeah,
dude?
that's
the person
not good,
who
man. You saying I guess she was 18, that's not good, man.
No, she was 18 in my mind, buddy. It doesn't matter what happened. Wait. Because she fucking convinced me, man.
18 in your mind.
Listen, I have everybody but Daniels muted. I just want to make that clear so people don't try and talk to me and make themselves look stupid. I'm not. I promise you, if you're not, like I said, I have everybody muted but Daniels. So if this guy's trying to talk to me, I'm not only am I not going to respond to him, but I promise you I'll never hear a word that this guy says. Is Daniel's even here? I don't even fucking think he's here. If he's not here, I'm just gonna leave.
And then finally, we have Keemstar. Glass is a huge fan of him, to the point where he mentions Keemstar almost every single day. And I'm starting to think Glass may have some feelings for the guy.
Guys, do you think you can get me onto Lolcow Live? Like, do you think you can just spam the chat with my name or something and get me on there? I want to meet Keemstar. I want to have a conversation with Keemstar. Like, unironically, I love the guy. But dude, I gotta get on for at least 1 minute or something.
Kinda feel bad for Keemstar. Before it was Boblax, now it's Glass. These fanboy lovers really need to leave Keemstar alone, man. 2 days after Christmas, Glass starts arguing with a minor he sent his pic on Discord.
You know, it's funny that you go off on kiwi farms and the fact that people have been dissing you for months now. You're trying to go back into this. Like,
None
why?
of that is funny. What's funny is you trying to steal
It's funny you got exposed for messaging minors your dick pics, and instead of, you know, admitting it and feeling bad or saying sorry to people, you want to go and say that people are drug addicts.
Well, I did all that, but you're still...
Like, you want...
On December 13th, Glass created a document titled, I'm sorry. It's just a 2,000-word essay about how his ex-girlfriend broke him mentally and him bragging about how he couldn't pay for his ADHD medication despite being 26 years old. Honestly, this is sad as fuck. Just get a fucking job application, man. On December 28th, 2 trolls decide to tell a bunch of bullshit towards Glass, which Glass actually believed, by the way. One of the most notable one is when they told Glass that Corporal Mayhem was Urgla, which prompted him to make multiple posts on Twitter and QE farms, saying that he knows that Corporal Mayhem is Urgla, which clearly shows that Glass is retarded.
I see CPL Mayhem.
Dude, I think Corporal Mayhem might be fucking
That's
Ducky.
Urgla. No, that's Urgla.
Corporal Mayhem is Urgla?
Yeah.
But I knew this shit was an inside job, man.
Like, it's all, like, a bunch of the people in the thread, like I
Wait,
said.
dude, I fucking thought it was this motherfucker,
Holy
man.
shit.
I know he is the best at he's the dumbest motherfucker I've ever met that is so good at manipulating. We gotta get fucking Daniels back on my side, man. We're not letting Urgla get away with this. Once he knows that I know, he's gonna be like, well, how the fuck does he know? And he's gonna be like, dude, what the fuck is going on here? Dude, I'm so right about everything. I'm a fucking genius. This is literally me saying that I didn't believe any of the shit that... Hold on 1 second.
Yeah, listen, I hear what you're saying, okay? But I'm just saying,
I
like...
hear what you're saying, too, but, like, trying to convince people that I was tricked by these people is, like, the most bad faith argument of all time.
But you were, why...
I'm literally trying to, like, act excited and be on their good side so they give me more information if the shit they're telling me is true. Like, do you not understand?
He would then proceed to fight a bunch of people on the internet.
You know, it's also funny when your boyfriend's going... and kill you. That would be funny too, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you think you're
Since
so
we're talking
funny?
about no, because we're talking about things that are based in like that aren't based in reality, right? So your boyfriend and kid, that's something that's also not based in reality. So if Herblo was outside of my house, I promise you he wouldn't be breathing still. I would already be aware of it too. I am not a sniveling pussy, and I would absolutely fight you if you came face to face with me in real life. I absolutely would fight you. I don't care how tall you are, how big you are. I don't give a fuck, buddy. Buddy. For 4 years, I made more than your entire fucking family has ever made in their entire lives, bud.
With only 10K, what, followers?
I've had a
You said
job
you
this
make more
entire time, you
than,
fucking dumbass.
My family? Highly doubt it.
I work in sales. I make more than your entire fucking family. Why would I be nervous when talking to you, you
Hold on, let me
fucking
look up
brain-dead
your-
fuck? If you came face to face with me in real life, you would literally shit your pants. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Aren't you 5'5"?
It doesn't matter how tall I am. I know jujitsu, and I would fucking choke this dude out until he can't
calm
breathe, and then I
down.
would stomp his head
Calm
into the
down.
fucking ground, buddy. I don't give a fuck about any of this internet shit. You would not shake my hand, buddy. If you ever came into contact with me, I would immediately assault you. Do you understand what I'm saying?
That is a threat.
I would immediately
a song
perceive you as a
about
threat
Biggie?
because you have no reason to ever confront me in real life, ever. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Huh, kind of makes you wonder how Glass looks in real life. What the fuck?
What the hell is even that?
And that's pretty much it. Well, that's not true. By the time I'm recording this, Glass is still doing a bunch of stupid shit. There's still a lot of things I could have mentioned in this video, but at this point, I think you guys get the idea. But before we end this properly, I just want to say one last thing. In one of Glass's most recent videos, he tries to address all of his issues, but there's one thing Glass said that needs attention.
The level of hate I have been receiving on a daily basis is not only ridiculous, but unreasonable. There is absolutely no reason I should be receiving harassment in my personal life due to any of the things that have gone down over the past year.
Saying that his personal life has been breached, that he's been harassed and crucified by the VRChat community, and that he doesn't deserve the hate, that it's not warranted, and yet he's willing to make a stream dedicated on doxing a YouTuber simply because they made a video on him, and you had no problem with it whatsoever. But when the people on QE farms are digging private information about you, all of a sudden you're being harassed and bullied and crucified by the VRChat community. Glass is the perfect example of the internet tough guy. Someone who likes to act tough on the internet, but in real life, they're massive fucking losers. Glass is a 26-year-old man that still lives in his parents' house and has no job, and writes a 2,000-word essay about how his ex-girlfriend made him cry and how he couldn't pay for his ADHD medication. At the end, when you look at part 1 and part 2, you realize that every single problem Glass had was caused by Glass himself. Glass is solely responsible for every stupid shit that happened to him. It's pretty clear to me that Glass has some serious fucking problems, but it's also clear to me that Glass is too lazy to improve himself. He also has a severe lack of self-awareness, which is a trait that's very common in Lolcows. So ultimately, he's now trapped in a limbo in which he is unable to escape. And at this point, I have a feeling that Glass is going to get the chibi treatment.
Yeah, hi. Are you Adam's mom? Yes, ma'am. I had some information I wanted to share you that your son has posted pictures of his penis online, and he admitted to sending them to a 17-year-old girl.
What? Hold on a minute. Adam, what's going on here? I don't know, Mother.
So like and subscribe, you get the idea.
If you liked this clip, subscribe to this channel. If you didn't, nobody asked about your opinion.
Guys, I had to stop fucking a child just to get on stream today.